Hi, I'm Ghosty, and this is TLDR Plays, the series where we review games in 5 minutes or less so that you can decide whether they're right for you. Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion is a casual adventure game where you play as your favourite Bratz character and follow your passion to become the world's best fashion reporter. I was surprised to find out that Bratz is indeed an independent game, made by Platoon Studio, who focus on making games for families. The main reason for wanting to play Flaunt Your Fashion was because I was obsessed with Bratz as a kid, and I wanted it to be the perfect dose of nostalgia, so a big thank you to Outright Games for providing a review key. I am keeping in mind that this game is undeniably tailored to children. However, I think those working on the game should have known millennials would be extremely excited to have another Bratz game, especially with the Bratz resurgence that had been happening years prior. The art, voiceovers, and music really do take you back to the early 2000s, and I think it's all the perfect fit for a Bratz game. Sadly, the music does get repetitive at times, and I wish you could select which tracks you were playing, just so when you're spending a longer time in one area, you're not listening to the same loop over and over. Also because some of the songs are amazing and we need like a Bratz radio or something. The fashion, although I wish there were more options, was everything I dreamed of wearing when I was younger. And to be honest, I still want to wear these clothes now. It really does hit the spot visually for those of us who grew up with the Bratz. My main complaint is the only accessories are hats and glasses. There is no jewelry to choose from at all. Oh, and all the guys have this same face, which is super weird. The story is what brings you back to the reality that this is in fact a kids game. In the Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion, your aim is to grow your fan base by posting fashion reviews and interviews for the Bratz magazine. Your quests will have you helping friends, getting the latest scoop on big fashion names, and completing mini-games to show off your talents. The story is a bit lackluster, and every new country you travel to just regurgitates the quests from the previous. I feel if they just added a bit of drama, for example from the Tweeble twins, who surprisingly weren't in the game at all, could have made the story so much more interesting. The mini-games are relatively simple, including rhythm and balance games, with an extra mechanic of matching your outfit to the activity. It adds a nice change of pace, but they aren't all that engaging. The photo aspect of the game was a nice feature, but it doesn't really let you move the camera or let you frame the photo how you want, making it feel kind of pointless. I thought upgrading the camera would let you have more options, but it doesn't. It would have been nice to have something like the option to create your own photo album of pictures from your travels, just so it felt like the camera had more of a purpose. The world building is what really fell short to me. For a game about a group of girls that love shopping, there's only 3 shops you can go to and the rest are just closed. I was expecting the shops with actual closed signs in the windows to unlock later on, but they don't. There's food courts, but no one really eating at them and no option to buy food. It feels like a ghost town a lot of the time. There are people around, but no one is actually doing anything. It would be fun to have the option to grab food with the other Bratz and chat, or adopting a pet for the apartment since a few NPCs do have pets. It's another aspect of the game where it could have been a lot more fleshed out to give it a bit more substance, which is what the game is really lacking. Overall, the game was okay. I did get enjoyment from it, but that was mainly because it was the Bratz. But for how much gameplay you get out of it as an adult, I would really recommend getting it on sale. I feel like older Bratz games had more choices and were more fun overall. You could text the other Bratz, design shirts and posters, and go into more than 3 buildings. They could have done with more time spent researching what made the older games great. At times it just feels like they put less effort in just because the Bratz name would carry it. I thought it was especially weird how heavily it is tailored to children, since Bratz aren't really a kids thing anymore. The Bratz social media pages are now tailored toward adults and not child-friendly at all, so it does seem like an odd choice for a kids game. All I can think is it's for adults to introduce kids to something they loved from their childhood, but still, if your kid was then to go on social media and look up Bratz, it's not that child-friendly at all. The Bratz Flaunt Your Fashion is out now on Steam, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. Thank you for watching. Let me know your favourite Bratz character below, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with all those indie games out there. Bye!